Bet you're wondering what that intercooler is doing on that car. Guys, we're back at it. Another update video. I'm sure you guys are curious what that intercooler is doing on the car. But we have some sneaky business going on here. So let's go over it. As usual, you know, at home thinking about what am I going to do with the car? I need more power out of it. You know, what can I do to gain a little bit more? Just a little bit more, you know, since we're doing all motor. And I started thinking, I'm seeing a lot of these high horsepower turbo cars running dry ice intercoolers or ice box coolers, and I'm thinking, well, how can I apply this to my setup since I'm all motor? I don't see anything online as far as all motor stuff goes, but I was thinking that I could use the intercooler as a way to cool the air down. Now, since it's not forced induction, there's no way you're going to cool the air down lower than the ambient temperature. So whatever it is outside is as cool as you're going to get the air. Not really anything less than that. I was thinking, okay, so I'll add an intercooler and make an aluminum box that's not much wider than the intercooler itself. So maybe 3-4 inches wide, and then obviously as deep as the intercooler is right there, which is probably about 7 inches, 8 inches, and obviously as long as the intercooler, out of aluminum. Bolt that to here, to the intercooler, with a door on the top that can seal, and pack it down with dry ice. Now dry ice goes below freezing temperatures, so all of that is going to radiate onto this intercooler here. Run my velocity stack on this side with a 90-degree coupler on this side to here, and then that way all this dry ice, this whole thing will be frozen pretty much. So as the velocity stack is sucking air in, it has to pass through this pretty much refrigerator and hopefully cool the air down quite a bit. And from what I was reading, that every 10 degrees you can drop the intake temperature is roughly 1 horsepower, give or take. So, you know, if I could pull even 5 horsepower out of it, you guys know that's a lot. For all motor, we're struggling to get the most amount of power because we're not force inducted. You can't just go and turn up the boost, you know. So that's the plan. I haven't really done much work on the car this last week, but what I have been doing is I made these brackets that are going to extend it. I'm going to drill holes and mount them into the top of the door, and they extend down to there. There's going to be 2 brackets on each door, so that way when I put my windows in, it gives it that nice curve that flows with the window. Plus 2, you know, I don't want the windows to kind of flex in too much once I'm accelerating, so got to finish that up. I'm thinking about selling the nitrous kit, guys. I don't know if I want to keep it or not, and the reason being is because I was originally planning on running this car all motor on M5 race fuel, which I already have over here. I have a 5-gallon drum of it, okay, and running another tune on nitrous, E85 in nitrous. Now the goal for the car is 300 wheel horsepower, but I might be close. I might be close just on the M5. I might be close, and I can live with that. It's just too much work having to transition from the M5 to the E85 with the nitrous tune. Too much load on the engine, having to go back and forth between the different power, and to me it's not worth it, because let's say on the dyno I make 270 wheel horsepower, okay, and the goal is 300. That means if I want to go to the 300 mark, I'd have to flush the whole fuel system, flush the tank, flush the lines, flush the fuel rail, and then run the nitrous just to get that 30 more horsepower, you know. And having to do that constantly would probably be a real pain in the ass. So I might just do away with the whole nitrous setup itself and just run just the M5 and maybe some other combo. So I'm really just gonna keep this video real short and sweet, to the point. Right now, my plan right now is I put the tie rods on and the driver's side is off just a hair. So I'm gonna do an alignment today on that and get that straightened out. Doing the tie rods today because this weekend, so in a few days, I'm taking the car out to my favorite spot in Mexico, and I'm just gonna test drive it and try to break the engine in just a little bit, you know, keep the RPMs real low, and just get everything flowing. I mean, it's been almost 3 years since this car has been out, so I want to drive it. You know, it sucks always seeing it just sitting here and stuff, but I want to drive the car, so this will be a good opportunity. So I'll be trailering the car out to Mexico. But yeah, that's really it. So tie rod, that's all we got left.